Hi guys, this is Meleah with Mustard Tree Market. So I've got my black wax grunge, but you're also seeing these other colors here. And that is where I made a liquid wax. And I did this, the Easy Peasy spray wax of Dixie Belle's. And then I mixed in a couple drops of Aubergine. Using the black grunge, the black wax, gilding wax to grunge it out. And then if you add in a dark purple, that's going to give different dimension and layers, right? So here you're seeing black and then it's bleed into this darker purple. And then in my lighter purple. So here's my, where I've done the black gilding wax and the purple liquid wax. Compare it to the way that that looks. That has the black gilding grunge wax that I always do. Okay, so go to the extreme dark of whatever color you're doing because you want it to look really cool next to your black. If you're trying to do that romantic grunge look that I love, you want it to be an extension of the black. And you just put a little bit on there. It doesn't take much. Dap it off the side. And then you want to kind of go to the edge of your black wax. So if you see where I put the black wax in here, now I'm just going to apply it like anyway, okay? And then use this good old God-given finger, and I'm going to rub. This is the best way to do it because it kind of uses your oils and your fingers and such. See how you got a little bit of purple there? And I'm like, all right, I want a little bit more. And you don't want your wax or grunge to always just be set up in a corner. So I always pull it a little bit down in some spots so it looks more natural. Get a little bit more. And it's just getting it on there with the brush. And then I use a lot of fingers for this because it's liquid wax, so it's super runny. And it's really easy to manipulate this way. And I'm gonna put more closer to the black where I want it to be deeper. So then I'll go down and I'll just put some on the side here because I don't want it to look like I'm just, you know, strategically putting it only in corners. So I'll just dibby-dabby-do ya. And then I'll go across, dibby-dabby-do ya. Now I also want to do my hardware spot, right? I want the purple wax to be an extension of the black wax. So I want the black wax and the darkest, deepest point. The dirtiest point or whatever. So I wanted I'm not trying to go like necessarily on top of the black wax, but kind of next to it and blend over it. So a little bit more right there. And this is my handmade purple wax liquid wax that I made from the Easy Peasy spray wax that I just took off the top and poured it into a jar. And then added aubergine. This is the gilding wax that I use for my grunge. Is the Dixie Belle gilding wax in black. So I use my Easy Peasy spray wax. I just spray it on my area that I'm going to be adding gilding wax. And I brush it across, not rub it in, not brush it away. Just kind of gives me a good movement layer of clear wax. And then my clear wax, and then my gilding wax like gives me some playability here. And I still use my finger a lot. Go in my creases here, make them pop. Boom, skiddy boom. And you kind of want to dry brush over the edges with that brush that has your black wax on it because you don't want it to look clean because that doesn't make sense. Then I'm going to go back in with this purple colored wax that I made, dip it off, dab-a-do-ya. Now I'm going to probably do some of that down these little lines too, just to add some dimension. Now here's my black gilding wax alone, and then I'm going to go right next to my black gilding wax with the purple colored wax, and I'm going to add it in here, rub it back, and I'm not trying to go over the black gilding wax, I'm trying to go beside the black gilding wax. So that's like the next layer of depth. I'm gonna let it kind of go down a little bit on the piece so that it looks more natural. So same here, see I've got some black gilding wax, gonna make a little strip of some purple here, And then I'm gonna just rub it in. Let it come on the piece a little bit. Gives it this level of depth and dimension that you want in a piece to give it that interest when you look at it with your eyes. I appreciate you joining me. Bye.